Welcome to the Legion Outriders podcast, a member of the Radio Free Tattooing Network.
You must unlearn what you have learned.
Your source for the latest Legion news, opinion, and analysis.
You will never find the more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
John Archiquette.
Will somebody get this big walking carpet out of my way?
Matt Turner.
I'm not afraid.
And Joshua Gray.
You will be.
And the left arm goes into the left arm socket. And, oh, hello, Outriders.
We didn't notice you there. We're busy assembling Wookiees.
Oh, I got my Wookiee release, and I've already opened up Chewbacca, one box of Wookiees, and had them all assembled. And I'm
By the way,
working my
Legion
way
Outriders podcast, Scum and Villainy, Power 9 Games,
You know the
yada,
drill.
yada, yada.
You know the
Yeah,
drill.
You know how this works.
Yeah, that is probably like the first break in your normal intro.
It is, but I
do like the Bob Ross
here.
kind of like, oh, hey,
A little
everybody.
bit. Just imagine me wearing a smoking jacket and sitting by a fireplace
Look,
somewhere.
John, you have a whole pile of happy little accidents right in front of you.
All Wookiees are happy little accidents.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a mistake.
Boy, I can't wait to speed paint those.
Yeah, unless they're angry accidents, you know.
I got some Del Taco over here. I'm ready to speed paint, buddy.
Oh,
Let's do it.
God.
We forget that ever happened.
Oh.
No.
That's probably going to be a running
Barricade.
joke for a while.
No, Jesus.
Let's go on, Outriders. We've got John, Josh, and Matt here. We are...
We're never going to make the TED Talks with content like that.
Seriously, you said you didn't want any more Barricada, so,
Yeah.
you know, I'm onto a new shtick.
I'm not, I regret everything. How about
You
that?
should. You should. I regret everything.
So we got some good stuff to talk about today. We got the Wookiees,
Yay!
fully enthralled with that, and we got a new... That is a terrible Wookiee impression.
No,
You just sound like you're gargling.
because I am gargling.
Waka waka. Hey, we're 3 minutes into the show and we've already jumped the shark. How the hell did we do this?
All right, Josh, what do you got for a Wookiee impression? What's your best Wookiee sound?
I don't know. I would have to take this microphone into the bathroom and flush the toilet to get my best one.
Would you like to hear mine? Oh, that's good. Oh, that's real good.
Well, I mean,
Hello, I'm speaking basic. Because obviously, I'm using the Wookiee that had the birth
Universal
defect that allowed him
translator?
to speak only in basic as part of the expanded universe. I forget his name.
It's not what Lumpy sounds like.
You know what Lumpy sounds like? Yeah, that's it, because he doesn't exist anymore.
now I see why George Lucas let Chewbacca get a moon dropped on his head.
Oh, we're not going to talk about that.
No, we're not.
It's no longer canon.
Yeah,
Thank God.
that's true.
That's like the one thing that I'm glad went away. It's like, how do you do that to Chewie? Like,
Do you really want to get into this right now? Because I will take you to the floor and destroy you.
what, you think that was a good thing?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, I will
What?
take you to the floor and destroy you.
Okay.
This will be the first time
get
Josh,
off my
Josh and I
podcast.
will
Here we
ever
go.
team
Get
up in the
off
same
my
room.
Number
podcast.
one. Okay. Your podcast.
Well,
This is
the
John's podcast.
royal we.
All right. Let's let Matt. Matt very rarely takes a strong stance on anything. So, Matt, what do you got for us? Why was it a good thing?
So the reasons for this conclusion are...
And moving on.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So what do we got this week, huh? Star Wars news.
Star Wars news.
Yay!
So there's actually a reason to watch the Disney Christmas Parade this year. Did you know?
I did not know. I didn't even know Disney
There
had
is.
a Christmas
They're actually
parade.
going to be previewing... yeah, me either.
I didn't
actually.
realize
Yeah.
there were any
For somebody-
parades. I did not know there were parades of note that were not Macy's or Rose Bowl.
Yeah,
so,
they do it on Christmas Day apparently, but this year they're going to be flying through a preview of the Galaxy's Edge. So
Tell me more.
They're going to be showing off the Galaxy's Edge during the Disney Christmas Parade. So
Okay.
You almost
should be
went
cool.
Grease there on.
I did.
Yeah.
okay.
I was questioning whether
Yeah,
I
I
should
know. I was waiting for it.
Also, we know that the Star Wars The Mandalorian has picked up Ludwig Göransson to do the soundtrack for the show. So,
my second favorite Ludwig.
yeah. What's your first? What's your third favorite?
Okay. The Mad King Ludwig?
Oh, okay, that's
second?
fair. All right.
Beethoven?
But
He's the first.
Okay.
This gentleman has the credits of Creed, Creed 2, Venom, and Black Panther to his resume. So
The
that's
movie
pretty cool.
Creed, not the band, correct?
Oh, thank God. Whoa.
With arms wide open. That was Cher.
That was
Oh, yeah.
That was an amazing
Laugh
Scott
after
Stapp
love.
impression.
Wait, yeah,
I
that
must
was
say.
Cher.
Good job, John. Good job.
Then we also found out that Warwick Davis will be being the stage host for this year's Star Wars Celebration in Chicago. So that'll be cool. I'm excited to see him.
Okay, that wasn't told to us before.
Yeah.
When I poo-pooed this idea, I wasn't aware that Warwick Davis was going to be there.
Yeah, he's
Wicket?
going to be there.
Wicked.
Yeah, and now you can suck it. Because I'll say hi, I'll get a picture with him.
My
say,
least favorite
John,
Ewok.
Yeah, so glad
Right.
you're not here. Well, who's your favorite Ewok?
Chief Chirpa.
Chirpa.
Come on.
Yeah, Chirpa was pretty cool.
Low Gray,
Chirpa
isn't it,
was
from the Caravan of Courage?
Oh, God.
No, Wicket was my favorite for sure.
Of course, everybody loves Wicket.
Yeah, not
But,
Suck It. Suck It wasn't a very good Ewok.
I'm just going to be yelling "Willow" at him across the hall, so...
It's better than what I would yell at him.
Tirasleen!
Well, who else is going to be in the Mandalorian? 'Cause we found out another one, didn't we?
There's apparently rumors that Nick Nolte might be going in.
As
So the we were going to cover this because it seems so far-fetched.
I don't. Look,
I love
we,
it.
We are the Beer and Pretzel Show. Okay,
Yeah, that's
we've been
fair.
so dubbed the
Okay.
Beer and Pretzel Show, so we no longer have
We
journalistic
should really have
integrity.
some beer.
And you know what?
That'd be great right
I
now.
want you to talk about this because it just gives me an in to talk about something much cooler.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is just a jumping off point for
this
your...
Is, this is just a jumping off point.
So in order to foil that, I'm going to speed us along to the next segment. We're talking about Wookiees. No, I'm just kidding. He's going to be playing an Ugnaught, apparently, according to the rumors.
How is he playing an Ugnaught? Well, I mean, if John Rhys Davies could play a dwarf,
Yeah.
you know, that was
Yeah,
a
they were
big
saying
dude.
it was going to be CG. They would actually have a person of the appropriate size playing it on set, and then they would CG his performance.
Have you
on
not
top of
seen
it.
his arrest photo, like from a few years
He
back?
looks like an Ugnaught.
He looks like an Ugnaught.
Yeah.
They really wouldn't take that much
Yeah.
makeup.
Now,
Yeah.
are you not mistaking him for Gary Busey? Are you sure? Because he's had some.
Have you ever seen them in the same room together?
I have not.
Have you ever seen them two in the room together with cocaine? No, it's all
No,
gone
because
by
it's
now.
all up their noses. I'm sure.
They are kind of like
Scurrilous
the same person,
accusations.
though.
Yeah.
I just hope that if we're getting an Ugnaught in The Mandalorian, this also gets us an Ogre Not. How cool would that be? Do you remember that?
What on earth is an Ogre Not?
Okay, so an Ogre Not was from the old Wizards of the Coast miniatures game that they had back in like the late 90s, early 2000s.
It is a 3D printed version of a jumping the shark scenario.
No!
So,
They needed to give Ogre Not some firepower, so it's like this mecha walker thing with like missile pods and guns. Look it up online. Just
Like-
look up an Ogre Not.
Like a 40K style.
yes,
Dreadnought,
like a
basically.
40K style. Only two Ugnaughts are riding it.
I'm 100% behind this.
Yes, dear Alex Davey.
no,
On
we
my
don't want
Christmas wish
Death
list
Watch
for Legion,
or, you know.
I would like an Ogre Not, please. Scum faction with an Ogre Not.
Like I've
we
Pretty
don't want
please.
dewbacks.
I'll
We
be a
don't
good
want-
boy.
Oh no! We
No,
want
Ugnaughts.
Ugnaughts. Like people have
That's
been like
what you want.
People have been clamoring
Yeah.
for vehicles, and I've been pretty firmly against having more vehicles in the game. I'm 100% for Ugnaughts.
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 Make it
Make it
happen,
happen.
please,
Let's do it.
FFG. I'll talk nice about you for like a show.
No, I don't believe that for a
promise.
second. Yeah.
All right, so since we've thrown all journalistic integrity out the door for this
What's
episode,
What else can we make up? Yeah.
What's integrity?
Yeah. So are we done for the Star Wars news?
That's pretty
for
much
today?
it.
Oh
yeah.
wait, no.
What?
What else we got?
Well, it'll be 364 days when this airs, but
Oh, yeah.
episode 9 is 365 days away from right now.
Seems so far.
You can start your
Well, I'm gonna let
1 year
you-
countdown
yeah.
right now.
I'll let you do, you can update us every show. This will be your segment.
December 20th,
It'll be episode 9 watch.
2019 is episode 9.
Oh, that's very exciting.
Rose Tico fights back. John's gonna love it.
I mean, I've got Wookiees in my hand right now, so I'm happy, but that just makes me sad.
You got a handful of Wookiee?
Yeah, just a handful right now. Wait till I paint it.
No.
He's got one hand on his Wookiee, and the other one is, I don't want to know,
Holding a peace sign?
holding the super glue.
But speaking of Wookiees, yeah, we're going to be talking later about a little Prison Break scenario we're going to be running tomorrow night, and we'll chat about that a little bit. So
Yep,
that'll be
I'm
fun.
super stoked to
Yeah.
be my first time back on stream for a while.
It's been a couple months, I think,
Yeah.
so this will be fun. We're going to have a 4-player Legion game going on. But stay tuned for that. What else we got?
Well, we also found out a little bit about the new OP season that's coming out.
Yep, we're going to be talking about that in the next portion of the show. But in the meantime, me and Josh got some games in.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us about it, Matt.
I don't want to.
I don't want to either.
No, except mine got
I
broadcast
lost,
for
man.
everybody, so I actually streamed mine. And I got absolutely destroyed.
But what did we learn?
I learned a lot of things, and they were all fantastic and magical, but I'm too butthurt to go over them, so no. So I got to play Jeff on stream. He's playing Rebels, and my God, for somebody who's been playing only for like 5 weeks or something now, he
He's
has
good.
come a long way. Yeah. This is the dude. This is the poster child for somebody that's got a sharp strategic mind, has maybe not played this game before, but he went out, he's actually listening to the show. I told him to stop. But and then going to Impact X and Never Tell Me the Odds and all those, and he's just devoured all those articles. And he was like, "Oh, this is the one where they talked about." And this is after we played the game, and he was like, "Oh, and I was doing this thing because they recommended you stay outside of range 2 if they're bringing these guys." And I was like,
God, I got to start
"Oh
listening
my
to the
God,
podcast.
yeah,
Jeez. I don't even
And-
listen to our podcast.
yeah."
Well, that's a good suggestion, though. Folks out there, if you want
What,
to
not
become
listen to
better
our
at
podcast?
if you want to become better at the game, take everything we say with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, listen to us while you're painting. That's
That's
best
probably
time.
the
Or
best bet,
driving or
yeah.
something
Beer
like
and
that.
pretzels.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't have the beer while you're driving though. Painting's
No.
okay.
Yeah, pretzels are okay though.
But we were doing a intercept the transmission, so scoring on rounds 2, 4, and 6. I was bringing my Palpatine and Royal Guard retinues that I had been previously. I dropped one of the Stormtrooper squads to kind of beef out my other Stormtroopers, and I think that was a mistake. But basically, he had 2 ATRTs with rotaries, 2 units of the Rebel Commandos with the bombers on them, and oh man, those guys
Full
were
units or
brutal.
the strike teams?
Full units,
Wow.
yeah, it was pretty impressive.
Full units with bombers?
Yes,
That's absurd.
you would think, but holy cow, he swears by them, and I'm starting to believe him. But yeah, but basically, it allowed him to just dictate everything. So I'm trying to get around the board to get into combat. We start in one of the L-shape deployments, so we're kind of opposite corners. And I was trying to be sneaky and bring guys around and then charge them out with Palp. And it just did not work out. He was able to outrange me the entire time and just plink wounds off. And by the time I got my guys into combat, I had already lost critical mass. My stormtroopers I left behind to seize objectives were just decimated. It was bad, but I definitely learned a lot about how to and not play that list. And I'm very happy that we've got somebody dedicated in our community that is showing such promise for being a top-notch tournament player. So hats off to you, Jeff. I can't wait for more games.
So are we throwing our weight behind to support him at LVO?
Yeah, I think
He's
him and
represent-
Robert and there's a couple of other guys that I've got my fingers crossed. He's on the standby list because again he wasn't playing the game when these tickets sold out. So
No.
yeah.
Well-
But I told him to be on site with his gear
Yeah.
in hand just in case, which it always happens with these things. I've said it multiple times before. It's Vegas. People will go out, get too hammered, oversleep, not show up or get sick, or if those kind of things, or something happens in transport, they just miss their flight or something. So there should be.
I am not traveling tens of miles to not play at LVO.
I know. It's a big sacrifice on your part, and we all
is.
admire you for
Yeah.
it.
I got to take a day off of work. Ugh.
I mean,
Wow.
if I have to, I will, take one for the team and go out Thursday night and take some Legion players with me.
Drive them off the
Wookiee
Hoover
drunk.
Dam. Yeah.
Nick Freeman, take him out.
Nick, you and I are going out and getting Wookiee drunk on Thursday night, and
Actually,
then
sounds fantastic.
one or both of us, probably not me.
He'll still beat us all drunk.
He probably
anyways.
will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was my game, Josh. How was yours?
Frustrating.
Yeah.
So we ended up playing Intercept Transmissions also, and Long March, because every friggin' game I play is Long March. I don't know why.
But it's
I don't
good
know
for
how
Imperials.
this happens, but
who were you playing against?
Dan.
But don't you-
So
but
also,
weren't you-
it was basically a mirror match.
Weren't you running bikes and snipers?
Yeah.
That's good if you're
Yeah,
Long
but
March.
he had Boba Fett and snipers, so it was kind of a wash. But
Good old Boba
the
Fett.
way we had the terrain laid out, we had this gantry stairway bridge
Oh yeah.
thing.
Okay.
And
That's a word, John.
I was gonna say this is the second time I've heard gantry for the first time in my life. Second time this week.
gantry.
Yeah, I heard it earlier today and it reminded me of that story. So John did my D&D game, and I described a room as having a gantry. He's like, "Is that a word?"
I didn't know that was a word.
And everybody was like, "Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
word."
it is.
And I pride myself on having a pretty good vernacular, but I've never heard the word gantry. Now it's the second time it's been used in 1 week. It's insane.
Well, there you go. Anyways, so it was kind of the Z-shaped bridge thing, but the bottom of it was almost entirely solid. So there were only a couple of keyholes that you could shoot through, and this thing's stuck in the middle of the board. So it just made for a very awkward game trying to maneuver around this giant hunk of impassable, unshoot-throughable terrain in the middle. When you're playing Intercept the Transmissions, where this thing had a token in the middle of it, it was just... I think at one point, because...
I can see where jetpacks would be good for that.
Right.
Yeah.
I at one point in this game, because it was hard to shoot through the middle, but you could maneuver through it, right? I think we had like 6 units in a melee.
wow.
It was just nuts.
Which doesn't sound great if you have snipers and bikes.
No. Well, I didn't have any snipers at that point or bikes because I played like an idiot. And just
The way I
didn't play smart.
The way I heard it from Daniel is at the end of the game, Joshua silently packed up his army without saying a word and disappeared out into the night.
No, that's not how that happened.
Walked into the deep
But-
deserts and was never seen from
You know,
again.
I could have sworn I heard the sounds of a wailing young girl, like somewhere coming from the parking lot. That must have been Josh.
Why you got to make up lies, yo?
We're here to support you, man.
No, you're not.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
you didn't win?
No.
I take it.
No. We got to the end of the game, or we got to the end of like round 4, and the round timer had like 6 minutes left on it. So, you know, we only made it to the end of round 4. I don't know why the game took so long. But yeah, there was just no way, because he was already up 2-1, and there was no way I was going to be able to get enough people in there to force a 2-1 scoring on that round in my benefit. So we just kind of called it there. But yeah, it was melee-tastic. It was dirty.
Love like a vibro knife upgrade card for stormtroopers.
Yeah.
I mean, it is,
I don't know. Like I've had my Luke Skywalker killed by the slap of a stormtrooper before. Was that against you?
Yeah.
So
punched him right in the nose.
they can do work.
He's not
when they
acting
have
right.
to.
Yeah.
and slap him down.
But I found out that Boba Fett's flame projector in Melee is not fun at all. Because it was boot spikes, which are red dice.
Those are fantastic.
And then the flame
Does it have
projector.
Pierce or something on it too?
Yeah, I don't know, but it was.
I've yet to play a game with Boba Fett.
He threw something like 8 red dice with surge to crit, and it was just like, I give up. It basically erased a snowtrooper unit right there.
Oh,
yeah,
brutal.
It was not fun.
Your grenade troopers?
Yeah.
It's so sad that happened to them.
Womp womp. Yeah.
I hate those guys.
Actually, I think Boba Fett is going to be really good the more we see melee becoming an important part of the meta.
Yeah, it could
Yeah.
be.
You know.
I liked him when I played him that one time. So
That one time.
well, the one time I ever played Imperial Forces, yeah.
Yeah, he and because it was so hard to shoot through and attrit units moving up the board, I ended up on the losing side of that because he had a unit of IRG and then Boba Fett, so he definitely had it tilted towards himself in melee, and then kind of did a couple of nice feints with his snowtroopers. And I'm like, all right, I got him. And I'm like, oh no, they moved away, and then they're shooting me. And yeah, it wasn't. I made mistakes were made.
Yeah.
I probably could have done some stuff better.
Okay.
But meh.
You getting a game
It happens.
tonight or this weekend?
Nah,
or
not
anything?
tonight. I'm gonna try and get a game in this weekend. But
Okay, cool.
John and I are now practicing for LVO, getting our lists,
Doing some
ready.
practicing over the holiday break.
that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Cool.
So
Very cool.
I mean, now that I've got 10 of my 13 Wookiees assembled, Wookiee Watch 2018 got almost completely done.
They're taking you live to the action.
Yeah, we've got two of the 3 boxes and my Chewbacca are all fully assembled.
By the way, we're going to need to borrow some terrain, Matt.
Okay, well, luckily I've got a store full of it.
Good.
You're welcome to come here and use.
Good thing somebody 3D printed and painted a whole bunch
There
for
you go.
all right. So yeah, like honestly, looking at the sculpts for these guys, I'm a big fan.
Yeah, Wookiees are nice.
They look good.
They look good.
You're just high on the paint fumes because I can smell them.
The glue is it's
It is pungent.
definitely toxic. It's
Pungent with the scent of mildew.
stings the nostrils.
You got glue on my table, you son of a gun.
That's not glue.
Oh.
I'm just that excited about the Wookiees.
Yeah, wow. They gotta look pretty cool.
Yeah, but like they look really easy to paint. Honestly, I mean the fur is pretty
brown and a dry brush. Hard.
No, all right. So for real, like
Chewbacca seems a little underdressed compared to the other guys.
oh
The other guys
he's
got
the
shields, and
bowcaster and
pistols, and
He's got his bandolier
he's
and a
got a
little
bandolier.
pouch.
Yeah, I mean
These other guys have like double bandoliers.
that's true. Well,
this guy looks like he's
Chewbacca
hailing a
doesn't
cab.
miss. He does kind of.
He's like, hey.
I've never been to New York City, but I don't know if they hail cabs with giant swords.
They did in the 80s. Before
I did see the
Giuliani-
Warriors.
Before
That is true.
Giuliani got in there and cleaned it all up.
Thank you.
Have you ever seen Escape from New York?
I have, and the Warriors.
Yeah,
That's-
where's Snake Plissken when you need him?
But yeah, the different browns that I've seen that people have painted these with, it's more than just brown. Like there's
All the colors of the brown bow.
no. So I watched Sarastro's video for painting the Imperial Assault Chewbacca, and so he used a very warm brown. I think if you're using the GW line, Mornfang brown is the exact color that he used for the most part. Basically, he did a base coat of black, did a couple layers of thinned down Mornfang brown, and then used some Deathclaw brown, which is a lighter, almost like orangish brown that GW makes. It's a layer paint, and he used that in spots. If you look at the
Chili's
actual,
a ginger?
yeah, a little bit. But yeah, if you look at a photograph or a movie scene with Chewbacca, he's got some lighter patches of fur, the face, I think the front of the arms, and then he used the Deathclaw brown for that. And then once he painted the patches, it looks very patchy once you've done this part of it. But then he did the wash.
Do a wash to bring it all down.
And then he did the dry brush first, and then did the wash. And the dry brush and the wash will really kind of blend those patches
bring
together.
It all in. Yeah.
I could never
cool.
play Wookiees.
Well, I mean, you don't play Rebels anyway.
Well, I know, but even if I
Not
did,
unless you get some Trandoshan slavers that allow
Because
you
you
to
can't
take
paint
them
them
purple.
there's nowhere to put purple on those. I don't. Maybe on the shields. I don't know.
I mean, you could probably paint the armor. The armor could be purplish.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, shoulder armor and stuff like
You
that.
can do some purple like ankle pom poms or something.
Wookiees would look good in storm vermin fur. Kind of
That would be
brown,
cool, too,
that
yeah.
gray brown kind
So,
of.
yeah, I'm really looking at doing a variety of different browns. Kind of like, I've painted Space Wolves, Fenrisian Wolves before, and I like to, have some variety in the wolf patterns. So I'm going to do the same with the Wookiees. I'll probably do one with maybe a, like the Dryad bark color as a base, and then doing like a colder brown on top of that. I might do one in a really, really dark, Rhinox hide.
Yeah.
I might use some of that to do a darker one. I'll just have a little bit of variety in my Wookiees.
You need to do what some guy did with his X-Wing A-Wings and paint them like porgs.
Oh, the porg.
Did you
paint
see
scheme?
that?
I did see that,
Yeah. Somebody has already taken us up on that on the Facebook page. So
doing
fantastic.
porg Wookiees?
Porg Wookiees, yes.
None of my Wookiees will be porg
painted
Wookiees.
like a porg.
If someone wants to do one and paint it like that, I'm all for it.
Yeah, he said he's going to do
it.
his third unit and paint them like porgs.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
I'm all for people, personalizing their army.
You can do
and
any
doing that, but-
whites, creams, or blacks or anything like that?
Well, yeah, I mean, like I said, a black, I'll probably go with like a Rhinox brown. I don't think I'm going to go like a full black.
Oh, okay.
Just because once you're going up from there, you might have a grayish fur, but
Sure.
we'll see how dark I go with it. But I do plan on doing maybe like a Xandri dust base with the like maybe Ushtabi bone dry brush on there, and maybe like a Seraphim sepia wash on it.
Nice.
I think that could give a
He
good
soiled
cream color.
his fur.
Yeah, so I think there's a lot. Brown is such a plain sounding color, but there's various warm and cool browns you can use and umbers and stuff. So I mean, take a look at, like I said, take a look at Sarastro's video. Yeah, he gives some really good cues on how to paint 2 different Wookiees, at least, from Imperial Assault. And then, yeah, look at other, Beastmen armies from Age of Sigmar or Skaven, like you said.
Well, I mean, even watching Revenge of the Sith, Episode 3, when they have the war on
droid
Kashyyyk.
attack on the Wookiees.
What about the droid attack on the Wookiees? There's a lot of variety in the Wookiees. There's grays, and there's almost black, and there's there's a lot of colors.
Oh, so I see you painted them up like Ewoks.
Or, watch the Christmas special.
Like Chief Chirpa.
Yeah. I mean, Chief Chirpa...
Papaloo.
Well, Ewoks were supposed to be baby
Wookiees
Wookiees,
originally,
right?
yeah, but they were too awesome that he was just like, I got to put
Yeah.
this in, and it makes you wonder.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for...
I'll sell more toy
having
dolls if
baby
they're
Wookiees,
cuter.
but Ewoks are, we wouldn't have calf if it wasn't for the Ewoks, right?
That's
Not
fair,
at all.
yeah.
Not the good stuff anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Premium.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break. Coming up, we're going to take a look at the latest release for the organized play kits. And, of course, Matt and I are going to go into our special theme match that we're going to be streaming tomorrow night.
You're listening to the Legion Outriders podcast, a member of the Radio Free Tatooine Network, recorded on location at Power 9 Games. Whether you're looking for the latest releases from Legion, X-Wing, 40K, Magic, or any of our other extensive inventory of board and card games, head to power9games.com and use coupon code OUTRIDER10 to get 10% off your order. Plus, shipping is free on orders over $100. Now, back to the Outriders.
We're back, Outriders. Wookiee Watch 2018 is underway. We are down to only 2 Wookiees left to build. So we've got
one's a
11
bowcaster,
out of
too.
13. One of them is a bowcaster. The bowcaster's the hardest one to build, too, just for the record.
Is that the reason why you're choosing him last?
It is, yes.
Imperial Royal Guard were a pain in the ass to put together.
Really?
Yeah, the way the arms fit in, it was just not... The sculpts are cool. I did not enjoy putting them together because normally you get nice deep pegs and you stick an arm in and it stays.
And there's nothing Josh likes more.
And then a nice deep peg. Joking.
Speaking of,
No, anyway,
John had an idea that we're going to make $1 million. People that are doing Wookiees in their Porg theme, we're going to create a website called Porg Hub.
Yep,
and you can upload them
porghub.com.
there. Yep.
Yep.
And
Yep.
Upload all of your Porg Wookiees
yes,
to porghub.com.
we'll even take
Porg
the Porg
Hub.
Starfighters. Yes,
Yes.
so that sounds fantastic.
Yep, that's we're copywriting that, so no one steal it.
Yeah, I'm sure we will not be sued at all.
I'm sure
Anyways,
someone probably bought it.
season 4 kits. Yay!
Yeah, what do we got?
Yay! Mostly, I think everybody's yang because of all the upgrade cards that are coming in there.
Yeah, that's pretty neat stuff.
Not necessarily the best painted certificates. We haven't done that in a while because it's always just the same people that have painted stuff. It's
Like
like
just say,
John
what's this
and
we? You're the
Daniel,
store owner.
right?
You're the one that does it.
Sorry, I like to include you in the community.
I
even
don't
though
like to include
clearly.
You know what I miss? I miss Joe's Jordan Stormtroopers.
You know,
I wanted to see
that's
what kind
true.
of kicks he was going to give, like the Imperial Royal Guard.
Joe, if you're listening,
Send us pictures.
first of all, you better be listening. So.
Yeah.
Upload them to
Please.
Porg Hub and
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what did you do for Boba Fett's Jordans?
yeah.
Yeezys, maybe?
I don't know.
Boba Fett would wear Yeezys.
No, Boba Fett would wear LeVar Ball shoes. Because worthless, but somehow gets all the attention.
Oh, big baller brand. Matt has no idea what we're
I have
talking about.
no idea what you're talking
Sports
about.
ball!
Sports!
We'll
Yay.
explain it.
I'm
We'll
happy you're
explain-
happy, guys. I'm just excited to be here. All right. So the Season 4 kit. We've got lots of tokens, lots of alt art cards, and full art bleeds and all that. The first group we're looking at, it looks like they've got acrylics for like all the breakdown results for vehicles. So for the 3 people playing vehicles, hey,
Right,
way to go.
Right?
I kid. I love ATSTs forever. But we also have the full art trooper upgrades for fleet troopers and snow troopers. So that's cool.
Now, here's the cool thing about those cards.
Please do tell.
They're dual-sided.
Oh, they're flipsies.
Yeah, they're flippies.
Okay, cool.
Now, that
So-
doesn't mean that in the middle of the game you can be like, this scattergun trooper sucks. Now he's a flamethrower. But,
Well, flamethrower isn't one of the options. For me.
okay. Well, what is it?
You're just being ridiculous now. It's just
Oh.
troopers.
No, it's not. Is it?
Well, come on, there's more. So the next set is the Z6 and DLT-19. So I'm assuming those are flipsies as well.
Yep.
Makes perfect sense. And then we've got the fragmentation zoom crop. That
Zoom enhance.
That's
Zoom
awesome.
enhance.
That's pretty cool, though, because that's one of the newer upgrades to hit the field, as well as one of my favorite pieces of art to come out for this, the environmental gear. Man, that just looks cold out there.
It looks awesome, but
Yeah.
I mean, how pivotal is having that card in this kit?
Finally.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't know. Is it?
Well,
Because at least with frag grenades, I mean, you're gonna
somewhat, I
get
guess.
that you don't get them in so far only in the Wookiees and the Imperial Royal Guard, right?
right.
So
but you're buying 2 or 3 of those usually.
3 if you're crazy like
right?
me, but yeah.
So, yeah.
But yeah, with environmental gear, you're only getting them in what, Leia and Veers?
That's
Yeah,
it.
that's pretty
yeah.
spicy.
So, I mean, and that's been
I mean,
FFG's
it's
entire...
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's... boo.
Womp womp.
Boo this man. Boo.
Thank you. I accept your booze.
Look, if we have to put up with your barricadas,
Yeah.
we can live with Matt's dad puns.
Yeah. Not even good ones.
No, but I mean that's really cool. That one of the big things that I talked about when we first started the show was I
Chasing
really hope
upgrades.
this game doesn't turn into like what X-Wing was, where you're buying ships and units that you're not going to use ever because they suck, but you're buying them because you have to because they include an upgrade that you have to be competitive because that's in the meta. Right?
Yeah.
Like harpoon missiles were only available in the Guns for Hire pack. You know, if I didn't want to play any of those ships in Guns for Hire, I still had to buy at least one because harpoon missiles were so awesome.
Yeah.
Or like the Star Viper. You know, the common joke was buy two auto thrusters cards, get a Star Viper model for free because the ship was no good, but you had to have auto thrusters. So it's nice to see them finally giving people a way to get cards that are not that readily available.
Yeah.
And you got to remember, the devs have said that the cards that come in a pack
Are designed
really
to be with
are
that unit.
intended
Yeah.
to be just used with that guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So so it's nice to see a card like E-Gear that has usefulness for a lot of different units be available outside of just going and buying a Veers and Leia.
Sure.
Yeah. And definitely if you guys are, well, hopefully you've got a local game store that you're working with to get access to these events and the promos that come with them. Make sure and let whoever your OP guy is know that they are available because they always sell out. And you don't want to miss out on some of these upgrades, I don't think.
Yeah,
Breaking news update.
Huh.
Wookiee Watch 2018
is complete.
is complete.
Oh, no!
They're all together.
I've got all 13 Wookiees done in
And I missed
really
it.
about a half an hour.
Yeah,
So,
that's pretty good.
Not bad.
And not even committed half an hour.
No, it was
Because you're,
multitasking.
yakking with us.
Yeah, you know how well I multitask. Not very well.
Yeah. They're a breeze. Anyways, back to your regularly scheduled
But
program.
yeah, this kit, I would say more than any kit we've seen so far, is probably the one that you really want to get in on, just because of having those extra cards like that and the acrylic tokens.
Those tokens
too.
are neat.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I know a lot of folks like me that if you've bought Curled Paws, acrylic sets or something like that, you already have acrylic tokens for the breakdown stuff. But you want to see a good sign of how healthy Legion is? Go look at the OP kits for Armada. They're paltry.
Oh, really?
They're bad. It's like one card, double-sided, and then that's a ship title for like Nebulon B frigates. I don't play the game, so I don't know how useful those are.
Ship titles are pretty cool.
Ship titles are okay. But then the only other thing that's included in that, or no, I'm sorry, it's some kind of comm upgrade.
Okay.
And then for like the 3-month champion, there's like a different ship alt art card.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Huh.
Like,
Well-
paltry dudes. Like, it's...
Well, I mean, I could see that, though, because your community is probably, outside of maybe a few hubs here and there, it's probably pretty minimal. You might have maybe 4 people showing up, so you don't need these, $25 kits or whatever. Yeah. So if you can get a cheaper kit because there's less stuff in it, hey, maybe it saves everybody some money.
You look at the X-Wing kit, and the X-Wing kit had 3 months worth of different things. Mm-hmm. There's actually more in the Legion kit than there is in the X-Wing kit.
Go Legion!
Yay! Because we have tokens. We got acrylics. All of the stuff in the X-Wing kit for this quarter is just cards. So, yeah.
Give something to work with.
Cool. We got a host of new operations as well that some seem like a lot of fun. Operation Polar is going to be the first one. An integral operation designed for smaller armies and featuring a unique game setup builder. That sounds cool.
Yeah.
I think, was it you that was talking about
circling around snow?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, around snow. So
it was funny during my game with Dan last week. A bunch of the guys, we had like 2 or 3 guys watching, and somebody was like, "Boy, wouldn't it be funny if somebody should do a table that's snow and just like the entire board is difficult terrain?"
Yeah, we'll see.
And then like 5 days later, this comes out.
But it says you'll want to break out General Veer, Snowtroopers, T-47s, and 1.4 FD laser cannon teams for this one Operation Polar. It's built around snow effects and the idea of fighting in a snow-heavy battlefield. So,
sounds like a
sounds
great
super
place
cool.
for bikes.
I mean, it's almost as if we had come up with doing a Hoth battle at one point.
Yeah, which we're going to roll into a more expansive campaign, hopefully.
Yeah, which
soon.
we could just use for this, right?
Yeah.
So
that's pretty
thanks,
cool.
FFG, for
Thanks for giving us the rules.
giving us rules for it.
Although, I forget the guy's name. He sent us up some baller rules that I was actually going to steal a bunch for, but now I don't have to. So, gentleman whose name eludes me at the moment, thank you for that. Yeah. So prizes for Operation are also themed in the cold, so that's where you get snow troopers and all those kind of things. Then we've got Operation Total Annihilation. Man, I played that in the 90s.
Total Annihilation?
Yeah, that was such a good game.
Yeah. That was like the knockoff Boba Fett Red Armor thing, right?
Huh? No, that was the one. It was like a giant RTS where you could basically script orders for all your guys.
I'm
and you just
thinking Crusader
generate
No
massive-
Remorse.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah, Crusader.
Yeah, Crusader was good.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That was early 90s, I think.
No, that was
but-
late 90s. That
Was
was like
it?
97,
Oh, okay.
98.
That was like 5.
Yeah, I know.
Millennial.
Yeah.
Go munch your avocado toast.
Ooh, that sounds good. You have
Avocado
some?
toast is delicious,
yeah,
right?
That's great, actually. So, Operation Total Annihilation, you'll work together with other players on your team as the Rebels and Imperials clash in the woods outside an urban area. So they're taking over a park, is what it sounds like. Yeah.
Central Park.
Yeah. As one side moves through the city, hoping to take it back from the other side, you and your teammates will score points together and determine the start of the next match based on your team's performance. The
Now,
prizes
is
for
this
this
a team
operation
play
include
event?
17 copies of double-sided core prize cards that feature the Z6 and DLT-19. So, sorry?
Now, is this a team event?
That's what it sounds like.
I'm paired up with somebody?
Yeah, some peoples.
Wow.
So you got red team, blue team, go.
But you'd have to do probably Imperial versus
I'm
Rebel.
just reading
Rebel.
the descriptions here. I don't have any facts.
Matt,
Sorry.
you are supposed to be the all-knowing,
You're the news
omnipotent news guy.
I'm reading it to you right now. I'm not going to... Oh, that's right. We make up news now. I forgot.
Yeah.
Yes, it will be made for 4 players per side.
Good.
And
What is this, Captain
one of
Sonar
them
now?
must be dressed as a Wookiee.
Onesies
I can
are
do
acceptable.
that.
Okay.
I can do that. It's okay if it's not movie quality.
And you've got to be... Wait.
burlap bag with
I
abs
think this is a
sculpted on
point.
it, yeah.
I think this is a point that we have to point out. You have to be dressed as a Wookiee with clothes on.
Oh, what?
Oh,
Yeah.
you're not going to just...
No. Yeah.
Gotcha. Then we have Operation Midnight. When you battle through this ambush operation, you and your opponent will be forced to deal with nighttime conditions. This sounds exactly like what you'd be interested in, Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll need to adjust your strategy for Operation's Fog of War effects and hidden information as you deploy and move around command tokens that represent units. Ooh, okay, I'm getting Shades of Infinity here. This could be really
what's
fun.
the name of this operation?
Midnight.
Oh.
Until they're ready to spring out and attack.
Aha!
The prizes for Operation Midnight include the double-sided core prizes with the frag grenades and environmental gear. So, dude, that sounds awesome.
Should have named it Operation
But there was
Disco Inferno.
some of the units in Infinity can have like camouflage tokens that you just see a token. You know something's over there, but you're not sure what it is until they, boom, we're here, we're shooting you now. Wah!
That's a cool mechanic. I wonder if we'll get that soon.
I mean,
outside of this operation for like actual units.
well, you'd think it would be like with the Scarif Pathfinders or something like that. But
Well, no, because the infiltration.
Ewoks confirmed.
Yes.
Ambushing Ewoks, here they come.
I'm fine with that.
I regret this decision.
Yeah, here they come. Here comes the glider. Whoosh, dropping rocks on the Imperials.
I can't wait to the first time I can drop a rock on your ATST.
I'm gonna be all, you Ewoks, and shaking my fist
And then
at
it
them.
looks at you and just blows you away. Because that's what they did.
I
Like,
don't
it happened,
know
like,
how much
one
kind
time.
of, yeah.
There was only one confirmed Ewok death in that movie.
And it was very sad.
It was
very sad.
Really sad.
You just sat there and cried over
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, the amount of investment that the Ewoks went into actually, destroying one ATS, or like three or four ATSTs they killed, right?
it. Because one stepped on
quite
the
a
logs
few.
and fell over.
Yeah.
One had the
double
Yeah.
crashes.
smashed. Yeah.
And then Chewbacca took
Chewie
another
got
one.
one
Chewie
and
got one.
shot another one.
Yeah. So yeah,
So there were
four
four
confirmed
ATSTs.
kills.
Yeah.
Yeah, to
Wow.
one Ewok.
One capture, three kills.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good attrition rate.
That's pretty
Right?
good.
Your KD ratio is pretty good at that point.
Getting, yeah.
All right, so
Script updates. So, okay, little murder bear's gonna take out the Imperials. Fucking freaking shenanigan Skywalker going
that's
on.
what happens when you give meth to a Care Bear.
Yeah.
Bring it, Teddy Ruxpin.
You ever seen one of those guys with their face off?
It's the stuff of nightmares.
It is. Screaming.
Just about anything with his face
But,
off is stuff of nightmares.
Except for Nicolas
Especially
Cage.
especially the movie Face Off. Yes.
Especially Nicolas Cage, actually. All right, Matt. So tomorrow night we are doing our streaming event. What do we got
Yeah, we're
planned?
streaming Legion again. So, again, for those that may not be familiar, Frontier Gaming Channel on Twitch, we will be doing a welcome to the Wookiees party because they've all been captured and enslaved by the Empire. But I've written up a little scenario. We're going to be doing 3 to 4 players. I think I've got a second Imperial that's going to be playing with me, and then you and Jeff are going to be taking on the role of the Rebels. But the write-up for it is that Rebel operatives have received word that an Imperial prison detail made up entirely of Wookiees is scheduled for termination pending the completion of their current work assignment. Captain Han Solo and the mighty Chewbacca have hatched a rash plan to free the prisoners before they can be executed.
Ooh.
So this is all going to be, it's going to be breaking a lot of rules for Standard Legion. Mostly it's just hey, this is going to be fun. But it's designed with 2 to 4 players in mind. Like I said, it's probably going to be 3 to 4 with up to 2 Rebels, 2 Imperial players that are going to be controlling the action. We're also going to be using some special rules, like there is no turn limit. So we're going to be playing past 6 turns.
Nice. Okay.
So each team will only play 1 command card each turn, though. So you're going to be paired up with somebody else. Force Org is going to be out the window, basically. There are requirements that, like, one of you guys is going to have to take Chewbacca and Han on the same team, and then the other player can bring, like, Leia or Luke if they want to, whatever. But you can pool your command hand. The command hand is also going to be lifted, so you can bring everybody's command cards that's going to be in there. You just can only play once per turn. So should be pretty strong. Because it's a prison garrison and there's not really any named Imperials there, we're just going to be playing standard standing orders every turn. However, we're going to have a slight entrenchment and points advantage over you.
Okay.
But so standing orders, but we can put it on anybody we want to at the time. Which is Rebels can set up the board any way they desire as long as they remain outside of range 3 of any of the Imperial emplacements. The Imperial emplacements are going to be, number 1, the prison complex. That's going to include some walls with a sniper team and E-Web and emplacements on top of it, as well as a manned stormtrooper detachment outside and inside the prison complex. Then we're also going to have the landing pad, which is basically going to be the crux of the scenario as you're trying to get to this landing pad before the Imperials just obliterate you. The landing pad will be defended by another unit of stormtroopers with a DLT this time, and also an ATST with a concussion grenade launcher.
Ooh.
So those guys don't get to activate until you actually free the prisoners, though.
Okay.
So we're going to have you're going to have a points advantage on the first part. But once you find the prisoners and there's going to be a little comm console, you got to spend an action to open the gates. Then basically the alarm goes off, but you get 4 units of Wookiees with bowcasters and tenacity on them.
Ooh.
So, but the idea is to...
Why do they have weapons in the jail?
So that's just to represent that they're like taking blasters off the stormtroopers, so they're going to get
give them
their...
E11s.
Look,
Okay,
white
we're
dice.
we want to play with the Wookiee cards, okay?
realistically, they're just going to rip off chunks of armor and use it as weapons anyway.
Yeah, they're
going to
cobble it
rip off,
together
pieces
real
of sheet
fast.
metal.
But anyway, so at that point, reinforcements are going to come in from the long side of the board. The Imperial landing pad's kind of in the middle, and then the prison's on the other side. But the patrol that's getting called back from some sort of ruse that you drew them away with before the game started is going to be ATST and 2 units of bikes. Yes.
Oh!
Yeah. So, and I think those are going to be the Forces Sean commands. So.
I am now sad that I am going to Utah tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm sad that you're going to Utah too, buddy.
You know.
I'm not. Go to Utah. I don't want to play against your bikes.
Yeah. But
Hey, you don't wanna
basically, the
play
Rebels
against me
start
playing
with
bikes.
600 points divided between the two of you to start with, and then the Wookiees are like another 500 points when you activate them.
Lord.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty big.
500 points of Wookiees.
Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah. I checked it out just
So
to
excited.
try and kind of eyeball the balance a little bit. So the prison complex, I think I said, was E-Web with suppression generator, 1 sniper team, and they're all going to be in heavy cover. And then 2 squads of stormtroopers, 1 inside, 1 outside, both in heavy cover. The landing platform, ATST with concussion, 1 unit of stormtroopers with DLT. Reinforcements, ATST with mortar pod, light blaster, 2 units of bikes. And then rebels are free to use Wookiee prisoners by locating comm access and spending an action open the doors. They will activate the following turn with their 4 units and tenacity and bowcaster upgrades. After Wookiees are freed, the general alarm goes out. The units activate and the reinforcements come on the board the following turn. Victory for Empire is all rebels destroyed. Victory for Rebellion, move 1 unit of Wookiees and 1 hero to the landing pad and are rescued at the end of the turn.
Dude, that sounds like an awesome scenario.
It should be a lot of fun.
I'm stoked to play it.
I'm worried about the balance a little bit, but we can eyeball it kind of.
Nah,
We're
it's
doing it
fun.
live. We're doing it live, yeah.
It's for fun.
Yeah, it is. But should be a great showcase for the Wookiees. I'm worried that the only thing I'm really worried about is the ATSTs and if you're going to be able to handle them or just avoid them.
Yeah,
at
there's
all.
like no armor capability.
So how
Yeah,
many?
well, so
capability in
you've
that
got your
list, so-
300 points.
Yeah.
So
How many ATSTs are there?
there's going to be 2.
2. Okay.
Hopefully, you're not going to have to deal with the second one too much, but that's why I gave them a mortar launcher as well. So
Ouch. Okay.
yeah.
Well, I unfortunately Wookiees don't have a whole lot of ways of dealing with ATSTs,
Nope.
but
so
that's, yeah.
you might need to use your points and to bring maybe an ion trooper or something like
What?
that. I know, crazy, right?
Actually, I bring.
I know.
Troopers.
I'm
I'm one of the
giving you
few
a chance
people that
here.
still do it.
So the idea is I'm telling you all of this ahead of time so you
Yes.
can plan for it. So because this is supposed to be a rebel prison break, you're doing your legwork and you're planning your what you're going to do to get your buddies out of prison. So
I'm gonna have to, confer with Jeff and decide what we're gonna bring.
yeah,
here.
definitely talk it out. If you guys don't think you have enough points, let me know and we can look at the points again and try to rejigger things. But should be a lot of fun. I'm very excited for this.
Yeah, I'm stoked.
So yeah, 7 p.m. PST Frontier Gaming channel on Twitch, and definitely tune in. If you miss the action, you can always catch the vodcast later by going to the same channel, or it should get uploaded to YouTube, assuming we don't have internet problems again.
Yeah, sorry about that for people who were watching last week.
Yeah,
but
it's been
Cox Communications is,
living up to their name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're wonderful.
Get yourself a bag of cocks. Wait, that's different. Never mind. Different joke.
Yeah, we're right about that time that mark in the show where we need to bring up our friends at Dick's. Grab yourself a bag of Dick's.
Hamburgers.
Yes. Dick's
Okay,
Hamburgers.
that too.
And stick them in your mouth.
Uh,
Programming note.
Yeah. What?
Next week.
Oh. We're doing next week, right?
We are? I thought we
Yeah,
weren't.
I think we were going to be taking a week off post New Year's, right?
Oh, is that what we're going to do?
Yeah,
We're going to
that's
do next week.
so we are
and then-
we will be taking a break at one point for the holiday season. Whether it's going to be next week or the week after, we're going to have to confer on that and make sure.
We're
But
just
Stay
letting you
tuned,
know
yeah.
now.
Hey, like us on Facebook. You'll get all the news for this kind of stuff.
Letting
too.
you know now so you can prepare yourself for a week without the Outriders.
Which
know,
is
it's sad.
sucky because they're going to be traveling a lot, and that would be the time to listen to podcasts.
I know.
it would.
Well, fortunately, we
Your crocodile
have,
tears do not sway me, sir.
fortunately, we have an extensive archive of 41 episodes for
This
you to
is
listen
number
to.
41. I
This
didn't
is
realize we
41.
got
This
to
is
40.
41.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Good job, guys.
And-
The next episode we will do will be the meaning of life.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
It will be.
Yeah, this is
And
just-
everything.
This
We should have some
just a
fish.
prime number.
Thanks for all of them.
Yeah.
But we got some new Patreon people, right?
Oh,
Some
gosh.
people want to give shout outs
yes,
to
we
since
did
you
have
went
some
and
new-
closed your computer
Yeah,
like
thanks,
an
bud.
irresponsible co-host.
I'm so awesome at this.
We don't care about your money.
I mean, we do.
No,
And
we do.
We love
I-
everybody that supports the show, and it is absolutely fantastic.
We love you.
Yeah.
In that teammate acceptable kind of way. Not
Yeah.
like
No, I love you more than the team in acceptable
warm,
kind
loving,
of way.
embraced by the fire kind of way.
I like
My
you like a
darling,
bag full of dicks.
But many thanks to Houston Caldwell and also Sean Ryder for pledging. And hopefully you guys get signed up on the Discord, and we'll see you on there.
Yeah, lots of fun stuff goes on there.
Always the fun stuff.
Yeah,
With them peoples.
them peoples. John should stop by there more often.
John.
Well, once I figure out like the whole internet thing and how it works,
How
It's
do
a
you
series of
exist in
tubes.
2018?
Yeah.
it baffles the mind. Really,
It does.
You can look up recipes for avocado toast on there.
What?
Yeah, on the internet.
It exists?
Yeah.
You said you
and
were
also,
gonna go-
we're starting up Porg Hub, so...
Oh, well, okay, yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Once we get Porg Hub up and running, then
Where are you going to go find that music I was telling you about? Huh? How are you going to find that?
album
the internet.
stores. I go to those.
Yeah, he
What's
goes
an
to
album?
Virgin Records
I
and
have- You know,
Tower Records. Tower Records, there we go.
Empire Records.
Empire Records, yeah, that's a
Great
great one.
movie.
Yeah, love that one.
Sexy Rexy.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you next week.
You've been listening to the Legion Outriders podcast, a member of the Radio Free Tatooine Network.
Only now, at the end, do you understand?
For more from the Outriders, make sure you like us on Twitter at Legion Outriders, subscribe to our Facebook page at facebook.com/Legion Outriders, and make sure you like and subscribe to the podcast. Thanks for listening.
You're all clear, kid. Now let's blow this thing and go home.